Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Coach Venables told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop. They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Longhorns offense will have the opening possession of the game. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s.
Texas has been dominating this series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Paul.
Well, I'll tell you, this district like Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans and Bragg and Bevo strutting, these coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival Oklahoma time and time again.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Second and long here. Motion from the wideout. Manning on play action. Fires complete on the crosser. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. And the RPO got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. He wants to throw it again. Oh, pressure's coming. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Manning with the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sets his feet. It's Manning. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
Coaches practice red zone more than ever, especially defensive. You know you're going to give them yards. You know they're going to power up like crazy now with spread, with tempo. What a great job the last 2 plays by this defense. Stopping the passing attack and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
How big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Manning from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Wingo. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too... He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And they got it. The Sooners have to take the field for the first time in this game. And coming out to lead this offense is Bo Bentley. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0.
Doesn't seem to matter what year it is, but whenever we're broadcasting this team, David, we're always talking about quarterbacks. Every single year, regardless of who the coach is, what decade we're in, they've always got a difference maker at that position. They recruit guys, they develop guys. The quarterbacks are always the difference makers and elite talent. And I think it's no different this year. It's exciting to watch this guy go.
Well, and the thing that's fun about it is it doesn't mean it's all the same shape, the same size, right? Like they adapt to whatever this QB's skill set is. And it's different type of guys, but they always have success, always build it around the quarterback that they are, what they do well, the strengths, and they try to stay away from those weaknesses. And year after year, they prove how good our coaches think.
Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Hand it to the back. Surge ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season. The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. The fake wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Using his feet. Got it. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Play action, here's Manning. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first. He wasn't buying it. Went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Throwing Manning. On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Making his first move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Bentley. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Across the 25. There he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got some room, it was over.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, Manning. Fires to the wide out. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Turns on the Jets. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used the timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And how about the defense coming up huge. It looked like this was going to get really, really close. And they do what they do. They make that one big play, Palmer, force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it up. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the UCF Knights.
Now a pure game inside the home.
And
yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions.
Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.